Welcome to the Genius Wealth Show. Genius Wealth Show is dedicated to help people like you learn stock market trading and investment and wealth building from experts so that I can also learn and I can help you learn as well from the experts. Today we are diving deep inside the mind of a trader because most of the time we have heard that the strategy is 20% part but the 80% part is the mindset and the psychology. So today if you are a trader, this is the episode that you have to watch till the end because it's going to be extremely useful for you. Today we have Mr. Mayur Sampat, who is the founder of Indian Turtles, and in that we are going to learn more about the psychology part of it, and I'm very very excited to learn about that. So, welcome to the Genius Wealth Show, sir. How are you?
Thank you, Amangi. Thank you for this opportunity you have given to me.
Thank you, sir.
And I will ensure that I am of some help to you and to your audience also.
Thank you so much. So, in this episode, what my goal is that if a trader is watching this and he's having some doubts and struggles with the mindset and the psychology part of the trading, I think we should help the trader solve that. So, you are an experienced trader, you have been trading in the markets in so many decades. What do you think where we should start?
Well, not from decades, you can say I've just started in 2010, 11. Before that,
Okay.
into computer hardware business. So, for me also, coming to stock market was practically a new experience. And as usual, when you enter the market, the beginner's luck is always going to be there. And then when you actually deep dive into the market, that is where you actually come to know how deep the water is. So, having made mistakes of blowing my account not once but twice, there has been wonderful journey henceforth. God has been kind, and believe me that every trader goes through a particular journey of ups and downs, which I call as an emotional roller coasters. Okay, and till the time he understands that stock market is not a quick, rich game, he will not be able to be successful in the market. So yes, market gives you what you deserve, how much you are going to work for that, and that is how the game actually gets bigger and bigger.
Right. So, how was your journey like? Like, where did you started? How you came into markets?
Well, I was into business of computer hardware for almost 22 years before accidentally I have landed up in the stock market, all in the washroom, and then followed by 5 knee operations. Sitting at home for almost 2.5 years, that clicked into my mind that what should I do? Whether I will be able to run around going for the computer repairs, or I need to find an alternative, the alternative of income generation.
Hmm.
And like it is said that when you desire something, it actually lands at your table. And not into the stock market at all, not even having a demat account. I landed up at one of the uh, webinar, technically a 2 hour of workshop, which was organized by OTA, and that is how I actually started with my journey of learning ABCD about stock market. And believe me, at my age of 46, 47, you don't feel like asking questions, and that is where the big mistake happened. You
Hmm.
know, it took me 6 months to understand what was bull and bear
Okay.
because I was afraid to ask.
Hmm.
And the one mistake which people do is not ask questions.
And when you,
One needs to.
when you were learning all of this, I don't think so there was like so much of internet availability. अभी तो कुछ भी चैट जीपीटी को पूछ के पता चल सकता है. But अगर अब तो I don't think so there was any chat GPT or even Google इतना ज़्यादा famous होगा. So you only had the option of going and asking people.
Correct, correct, correct. And it was totally new subject for me also. as far as finance is concerned because I am from the computer hardware background, hardware engineer. So again, accounts, numbers, everything was new to me, and the initial struggle was there. In fact, to be very honest, I have blown my account not once but twice,
Okay.
made it zero, and that is where you get that slap on the face, a wake up call saying, okay,
Hmm.
whatever has happened, please now go ahead.
You mentioned that you blew up your account twice. So,
Right.
how you had the courage of again funding your account for the third time? How that courage
Uh,
came? From where that came in?
Frankly speaking, I did not have a choice in the sense I knew, okay, I know the subject matter. Okay, I understood what mistake I had done. Okay,
Hmm.
to identify the mistake and then not giving blames to anybody else. Okay, is one of the biggest thing which happens. Like in the sense, somebody must have TV pe suna hoga. You must have heard somewhere your friend telling you, or you must have read somewhere, and you took a trade, and that trade went wrong. Right
Hmm.
now, think about the psychology. Whom you are going to blame? The TV wala, the newspaper wala, or your friend? Now, this is the biggest psychology lesson which I had learned. Okay, you
Hmm.
cannot blame anybody else, but you have to blame yourself,
Hmm.
right? Because they have done their job. Now it is up to you to do your job of whether to take the trade, not trade, whether the system is giving you a buy, whether it is as per your rules of the game. So many factors, right? But instead of blaming others, once you start blaming yourself, that is when you realize, oh, I made the mistake.
Hmm.
And in stock market, when you realize this, "Okay, I have done this mistake, nobody else to be blamed, right? That is when your first bulb on moment comes into picture.
Hmm.
Okay, I am the person who has done this mistake, and I need to not repeat the mistake.
Absolutely. Yes. So when
Right?
you look back into
Um,
your journey, आपने जब से 2010 से ट्रेडिंग स्टार्ट किया और अभी तक में ऐसा कौन-सा मोमेंट था जो आपने फेस किया व्हिच वाज़ द बिगेस्ट चैलेंज फॉर यू साइकोलॉजिकली? ऐसा कौन-सा साइकोलॉजिकल चैलेंज जो आपने फेस किया एंड आपने ओवरकम किया व्हिच यू वांट टू शेयर विद द व्यूअर्स?
um, biggest challenge was not able to earn money from the
हुँ,
market. Frankly speaking, in the initial stage, the struggle was so high that sometimes I used to go to the bathroom and even cry.
ओके।
And I have slept myself also. Okay, why I'm not getting it right? Because everything is in place. I have studied during the night, kept my chart ready. Everything is there in place. But in the morning during the market hours, the whole thing goes against the thing, and then what you do is you make mistakes.
हुँ,
Instead of buying, you are selling. Instead of selling, you are buying, and you jump into the trade. So many things you do which you are not supposed to do, and then you regret. And this regret which was there um, gave me a lesson. That it is better to be calm, cool, and then when you sit in front of the machine, let the trade come to you.
ओके।
Not chasing the trade, but let the trade come to you. That is what now I am doing. Let the trade come to me rather than I chasing the trade.
हुँ।
That has
How
changed
the
a
trade
lot.
comes to you? Like, what do you really mean by it?
Yes. What I mean is, once my charts are ready, means whenever I study a chart, I draw my lines, the support, resistance, the lines which is practically needed, a trend line, whatever it is, the lines which are being drawn. Right now, I have to wait for my setup.
Hmm.
one of the biggest learning was, okay, as soon as the market start, you jump into the trade to
Hmm.
make money, right? Instead of that, now I follow a system. I
Okay.
use my 10 minute rule. I use my 45 minutes rule.
Hmm.
I wait for the candle to get complete. So these are small, small things which a trader needs to understand to be successful,
Hmm. Hmm.
right? And then when the setup comes into picture, that is when you should not be afraid to pull the trigger. That means you should not be able, not think twice to whether this trade will work or not work.
Okay.
Now, one thing a trader needs to, or a person who comes to the market needs to understand, his job is to only sit patiently, okay, wait for the setup, whichever setup he is liking or he has studied or he has done the back testing, okay, and once that setup gives him the signal, that
Hmm.
is the time he has to pull the trigger. Now, what happens is one or two times the stop loss gets hit. Same setup. Okay. Now, when the third time the he is trying to take the trade, he is not able to take the trade because he is thinking about the losses which he has made.
Hmm.
And he will say, he will just have thing in mind. Should I wait? Should I take this trade? Or even this trade is going to go in loss. Now, this mind which is moving, it is not giving him the right signal. That is where he will not take a trade, and that trade is going to work on his favor.
दिस साउंड सो सिंपल दैट हमको हमारा एक सेटअप बनाना है, जब भी सेटअप पे ट्रेड आए तब वो ले लेना है। इट्स सो सिंपल, बट व्हाई मोस्ट
Right.
पीपल आर नॉट एबल टू फॉलो इट?
Uh, Frankly speaking, I have learned almost 10 to 12 indicators oscillators.
ओके।
Now, if you ask me now what you are using, typically maybe one.
हुँ,
All the nine are out. So in market, what happens is there is so much to learn,
हुँ,
okay, and so many indicators, oscillators, and the market dynamics is such that you feel like learning new thing. You feel that if I learn more, okay, if I know more, I'll be more successful. But it is not like that. Okay, it is the Bruce Lee ka dialogue. I am not afraid of a person who knows 10,000 technique, but I am afraid of a person who knows one technique and has practiced 10,000 times.
ऑसम। हुँ,
So one setup is all what you will need to be successful in the market.
हुँ, एंड हाउ टू
Which
फाइंड दैट वन सेटअप?
that technically comes based on what you have learned. Like
ओ
people have learned price action, people have learned different alert wave or whatever technical things which are being taught in the market. Okay, somebody is following moving average, somebody likes now the trading view is there. So many different ready-made setups are available.
हुँ,
Okay, the problem is you will see one video and the person has um, shown that this setup is so good that you just need to follow the rules of the game, buy here, sell there, and sell there, buy here, wala thing. And
हुँ,
you say, oh my God, this is so beautiful. And the next day, you will put in that setup and you will wait for that signal to come in and you will jump into that particular thing, right? Whether it is going to work or not, it's a different story altogether. But
हुँ,
you will definitely jump into the thing. What happens? After about just 2 or 3 weeks, maybe that setup has not performed to your liking. There is nothing wrong in the setup, but it is not performed to your liking. What you will do, you will try to search for one more setup, right?
हुँ,
And this loop is going to continue.
हुँ,
Believe me, even after 5 years, 10 years, people are still searching for the holy grail in the market, and there is no holy grail. They feel that if I get that one Taleka chabi, I will become successful. But the success comes through the mindset, not through the setup.
Hmm.
Now, I have written in my book, uh, Cubicles to Dalal State. Okay, I have given the whole setup. Now, my students who have gone through the thing, they are telling me, okay, why are you giving the whole setup which we are using for Bank Nifty, trading Bank Nifty? I said, "Okay, even if the setup is available, people are still not going to find it useful because they will find flaws in that,
Hmm.
right? So this cycle which is going on to find one setup which is going to give them the money they need is what people struggle.
Hmm.
Aha moment which I had um, got during my initial struggling days was that one set. And I
Hmm.
said, hey, if this setup is working, why I am trying to search for and sitting in the class, trying to learn more and more and more and more when this setup is giving me the money.
Hmm.
That doesn't mean that I have stopped learning new things. Okay. I have learned numbers. I'm doing numerology. I study cycles. Okay. I study so many things. But during my trading journey and during my trading day, all that is an extra thing which I keep it
Hmm.
on side. And then I just need to concentrate on my setup. That's it.
Okay. So I know like people who are earning money through their advanced setups, like very advanced alert waves and time cycles and all of that. And there are also some traders who are earning money through simple support rates and trend line and everything. So I think it's not about the strategy, it's about the inner game. If someone is able to make money with that setup, and if you are not able to make money from that setup, which means that the mindset part of the trading for that person and for you, it's different. I would ask how to improve our mindset when it comes to trading. There are few emotions which go behind it. Whenever we are taking a trade, there are greed factor, fear factor, and FOMO which comes in sometimes. So how do we tackle with that?
First of all, the first thing one need to do is find a good mentor.
Hmm.
It is simple, sir. Okay. Why I am saying is because even if you see a doctor's profession, even if you see a lawyer's profession, right? The person, the junior is with the senior for number of years, right? And in trading, it is the most loneliest game in the world because
Right.
once you have started on your own, means there is no friend of yours, right? There is no mentor, nothing. Like आपने सीख लिया and you are on your own. And this is where the biggest um, problem happens. People do not have a mentor, do not have someone to point out to them, boss, you have made this mistake,
Hmm.
or you are making this mistake. Okay. So initial days, um, three of us, two other friends who have studied the technicals and myself, we were sitting in one room and each of them was training on their own. But that money ka thing which was there helped me because the person sitting next to you is able to point out your mistakes. Okay, you have done this wrong. You are over trading. You cannot do this. And then there was healthy competition. The competition was who was able to uh, do well, who was able to make more money with the amount whatever is there in next to you. So that healthy competition, somebody able to point out your mistakes, always helps you.
Hmm.
Okay. See, Virat Kohli as a batsman. He is good, right? But still, the Indian cricket team has a coach, a batting coach.
Hmm.
Why?
To be accountable.
Because accountability is there.
Hmm.
Correct. Accountability is there, and during a few days, because we are human beings with lot of emotions. Somebody going away, um, you have some medical issues, right? Children have, we have to go to the children's college, school, whatever. Boss has shouted, and we are not in a proper sense of mind. So many emotions are there. What do you do that time? Are
Hmm.
you going to trade as per your plan of action, or are you going to do a revenge trade? Now, who is going to tell you this? The mentor can help you, guide you that you cannot do this or you are able to do this.
Hmm.
So,
True.
today being a Guru Purnima day, I am thanking all my gurus, those who, from those who I have learned, those videos which I have seen, and from there I have picked up something from the internet itself, and all the gurus who have helped me what I am right now. Right? Actually, without them, not possible.
Hmm. Yes.
Not
And
possible.
yes, we are now your students. We have learned so much from you as of now, like in this podcast itself. We thank you as for being our guru and making us learn so many things.
Hey, understand one thing. Stock market is the most easiest game to learn. I am saying game to learn
Hmm.
because here the question is only about practice, 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 and only practice. What happens is we Indians, when we wear a Indian ka jersey, we feel that we are Virat Kohli. तो गली क्रिकेट खेलते हैं एंड व्हेन यू विल प्ले द गली क्रिकेट यू विल एंजॉय पसीना भी निकलेगा राइट सेंचुरी भी लग जाएगी नॉट अ प्रॉब्लम लेकिन पैसा नहीं मिलेगा
Hmm.
पैसा तभी मिलेगा जब भी आप इंडिया के लिए खेलोगे
Hmm.
तो ट्रेडिंग में भी ऐसा ही है कि पेपर ट्रेड आप कुछ भी कर लो लेकिन अनलेस एंड अनटिल you will not earn the money in the market,
Hmm.
right? You will not put your trade and you will not go through the psychology.
Hmm.
Till that time, you will not become a trader.
Yes, I'm sure that when we are talking about emotion management, psychology part of trading, there all the traders that I've talked to in on this topic, they always have some sort of activity or an exercise which they follow to manage their mind, to control their emotions. So, do you have any exercise, any activity that you do while during the market or even after market, before market, something like that?
First thing I get up is early morning
Okay,
and I meditate for 5-10 minutes. Sometimes only listening to good music is also a meditation for me.
absolutely.
But the one thing I do is get up early morning and do my meditation. Okay.
Hmm.
And the second thing I do is suppose I have a target for my day.
Hmm.
Now, if that target gets over in the first 1 hour,
Hmm.
I am off for the day. My laptop is shut down.
Okay.
I don't even then look at the market at all. Now, this is one thing which I have been laughed at. कि यार ये क्या गड़बड़ कर रहे हो मतलब
Hmm.
for me freedom is the
Hmm.
most important thing, a freedom of earning money at will and whenever I will be coming to the market. In the sense, suppose I have to go out somewhere and I'm not in front of the machine, I'm fine with that. Okay. Suppose I come to the market only at 2 o'clock.
Okay.
Fine. From 2 to 3:30, I will still be able to get one setup where I will be able to make my money. And
Hmm.
that's the game. That should be the way one should be looking at the market.
I'm
You
sure,
should
but
not be
all the days you, sorry to interrupt, but I'm sure on many days you might not hit your target for the day. So when you don't, what is the thought process of yours? Like, how do you manage it? Because most of the people are not able to accept this fact that I didn't achieve my target today.
for me. I am working technically for 10 months out of 12 months.
Okay.
So sometimes you don't find uh, the setup, right? That time it is better to keep quiet,
Hmm.
better to go and see a movie rather than be in front of the machine. Okay. So for me nowadays, it is perfectly all right not to find a setup
Hmm.
because I know when the setup is in front of me, I am able to make money. Simple rule is that. So instead of forcing yourself to take a trade, right? This is one problem which the newcomers are having. They want to be in the trade somehow or the other. अरे you cannot be in front of the pitch like क्रिकेट टर्म में अगर हम लोग बात करते हैं तो एक बार आउट हो जाते हैं तो आपको बाहर निकलना पड़ेगा, राइट? तो
Hmm.
आप उधर नहीं रह सकते हो. तो फॉर मी ऑल्सो इट इज, अगर मेरा मॉर्निंग में सेटअप बन जाता है, आई टेक अ ट्रेड, टारगेट पूरा हो गया, तो व्हाई शुड आई बी इन फ्रंट ऑफ द मशीन? एंड अगर कोई टारगेट नहीं मिल रहा है, अगर कोई सेटअप नहीं मिल रहा है, तो इट इज परफेक्टली ऑलराइट. बिकॉज सी प्रॉब्लम और एक साइकोलॉजिकल प्रॉब्लम, प्लीज अंडरस्टैंड, वी हैव 12 months टू परफॉर्म. 12 months,
Hmm.
उसमें से 220 दिन तो मिलते ही मिलते हैं
Hmm.
फॉर ट्रेडिंग. सैटरडे संडे छुट्टी है, करेक्ट? नाउ 220 days टू रीच योर टारगेट. यहाँ पे प्रॉब्लम क्या है? फर्स्ट बॉल में सिक्सर ही मारने का, सेकंड बॉल आएगा उसमें भी सिक्सर चाहिए, थर्ड बॉल आया उसमें भी सिक्सर चाहिए. नॉट पॉसिबल, नॉट पॉसिबल, बिकॉज योर माइंड इज गोइंग टू बी प्लस माइनस, इट इज नॉट गोइंग टू बी राइट. सपोज आपने रात को पिक्चर देख के आया, यू हैव स्लेप्ट लेट, एक डेढ़ बज गया सोते हुए, यू विल नॉट गेट अप अर्ली मॉर्निंग, यू आर नॉट टू फ्रेश.
Hmm. Hmm.
Okay, sometimes you will not believe, if my hand is not moving like this, you know, वो हिल रहा है, I may not take a trade at all on that particular day. Why? Because my hands are not steady.
Hmm.
Okay, they are moving, they are shaking. So when the mind is not, or your body is not even ready, you cannot take a trade. अभी अगर मैं किसी को ये चीज बोलता हूँ तो सामने वाला बोले अरे ऐसा थोड़ी होता है. बट थिंक अबाउट इट, योर हैंड्स आर शेकी, दैट मीन्स योर माइंड इज ऑल्सो नॉट टू द मार्क.
Hmm.
नाउ व्हेन वी आर ट्रेडिंग बैंक निफ्टी, जिसकी मोमेंटम ही 20-25 पॉइंट तो एक एक सेकंड में चल जाता है. I have taken trades less than a minute wale, and I had earlier I had kept a few snapshots. Okay, कि within less than a minute 100 points का गेम बच गया था and I am out of the trade. 100 points less than a
100
minute.
points. Oh, wow.
Less than a minute. I had kept a lot of snapshot with the time frame and everything. By the time मैं वो physical clause लगाने के लिए जाता हूँ, ऊपर चले जाता है, and initially 100 points was fantastic. अभी तो 100 point सब लोग को लगता है 100 point में क्या होता है,
Hmm. But
right?
that too less than a minute is like huge.
Yeah. And
Yes.
when I tell someone के less than a minute का trade है, this is the snapshot, 9 बज के 18 मिनट में वो ट्रेड अंदर गया, एंड 18.54 में वो ट्रेड भी कंप्लीट हो गया, एंड वो पैसा मिल गया करके, पीपल वर सेइंग ओ माय गॉड हाउ कैन यू डू दैट. बट दिस इज हाउ द गेम प्रैक्टिकली वर्क्स. नाउ यू हैव टू बी फास्ट, राइट? तो उतना प्लेटफॉर्म परफेक्ट होना चाहिए,
Hmm.
जरूरी है.
Hmm.
And your mind also should be working. Now, if you do not practice meditation, right, you do not work on yourself, then practically it is not possible.
Hmm.
The best of best players also needs to work out. नहीं तो फिर अम, एक पर्टिकुलर टाइम आ जाता है, फिर वो शिफ्ट हो जाता है ट्रेडर मेंटेलिटी से, फिर वो इन्वेस्टमेंट मेंटेलिटी में चले जाते हैं। फिर
Hmm.
वहां पे रिलैक्स वाला मोड आ जाता है, फिर वो ट्रेडर वाला माइंडसेट नहीं रहता है, वो इन्वेस्टमेंट वाला माइंडसेट है।
Hmm.
So till 2020, I was only trader. Now I also have become investor now. क्योंकि अभी पैसा बन जाता है तो इन्वेस्टर बन जाते हैं ऑटोमेटिकली।
Right. So I think that was amazing, getting to know from you your exercise, which is meditation, which I also love. I also practice some meditation, and I do mantra meditation, which works for me. So you need to, the viewer who is watching this video, you need to find out the thing which works for you, the exercise that works for you. Maybe for you, it can be journaling. Maybe for you, it can might be meditation like us, it can be like going out, it can be something, but you need to find that thing to escape from the world and to find yourself, to align with yourself, and then come back. So this is one thing that I'm taking with myself from this wonderful podcast. We learned a lot, actually. I am so happy, and this didn't feel like a podcast to me, to be honest. It just felt like I'm having a great conversation with someone who is so experienced, and I enjoyed it a lot. So, firstly, thank you so much, Mayur sir, for coming to the Genius Well Show and sharing your wisdom. फर्स्ट आई लव्ड योर एग्जाम्पल्स, जो आपने क्रिकेट के एग्जाम्पल्स दिए वो सारे इतने अमेजिंग थे. एंड दिस इज द माइंड सेट दैट द top 1% of the traders have, and if you are able to bring that mindset to you, it will not come in a day, I'm sure, but it will come through with practice and experience. So just work towards it, and just work hard, just manage your emotion, manage your mindset, and all those things we discussed in the videos. Thank you so much for watching this podcast, and any closing words from you, Mayur sir?
Yeah. One closing remark I would love to put across through your podcast is, um, nowadays parents are coming with their child 10th pass, or maybe not even 10th pass, or they are in just finishing their school and telling us to teach them technicals. It is perfectly all right to learn at that particular stage. But the problem is the parents are putting pressure on the child.
Hmm.
उनको पूछा जाता है, ये सीखने के बाद कितना रुपया कमाएगा, थिंक अबाउट इट. स्कूलिंग इज नॉट ओवर, राइट? 12th स्टैंडर्ड भी पास नहीं किया है बंदे ने, एंड पेरेंट्स आर कमिंग एंड टेलिंग अस इसको सिखाओ. और सिखाओ तो ठीक है, इट इज परफेक्टली ऑल राइट. राइट एज टू लर्न इज यंग एज, नॉट अ प्रॉब्लम एट ऑल. बट देन आस्किंग वन क्वेश्चन, ये सीखने के बाद में कितना रुपया कमाएगा. नाउ थिंक अबाउट इट, व्हाट टाइप ऑफ प्रेशर यू आर पुटिंग टू दैट चाइल्ड.
Hmm.
This is one thing I am not liking in the last 2 years, 3 years के time में trading has now become an obsession. Yes,
Hmm.
you need to have obsession to make money from the market and everything said and done. But अगर schooling नहीं complete कर रहे हो, कॉलेज कंप्लीट नहीं कर रहे हो, और फिर उसको ट्रेडिंग एज एन एक्टिविटी बना रहे हो, और बच्चे के ऊपर इतना प्रेशर डालने का हिसाब कर रहे हो कि पैसा कितना कमाए, विच इज प्रैक्टिकली रॉन्ग.
Right.
एंड आई रिक्वेस्ट ऑल द एल्डर्स कि ये मत करो. कम से कम 12th तो पास करने दो, और
Hmm.
ग्रेजुएशन तो करने दो. साथ साथ में वो ट्रेडिंग भी करने को दो, कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है. बट यू आर पुशिंग देम एंड टेलिंग देम कि भाई दिस इज फाइन, पैसा बनाओ.
Hmm.
अभी वो अगर वो पैसा बना भी लेगा तो आफ्टर दैट व्हाट? नो ग्रेजुएशन. कौन पूछने वाला है 5 साल के बाद में? वो ग्रेजुएट भी नहीं है, 12th स्टैंडर्ड पास नहीं है, फिर भी वो पैसा बना रहा है. ठीक है, एक पॉइंट ऑफ टाइम में देर इज अ बंट आउट. इवन ट्रेडिंग में बंट आउट आता है.
Hmm.
ओके, वेर इन वट एवर एज अ ट्रेडर वी डू, ओके, वी आर नॉट able to earn. वो बंट आउट फेज होता है.
Hmm.
which the parents also are not able to understand. कि वो जब भी बंट आउट फेस आएगा तो बच्चा आपका खत्म हो जाए, वो गलत रास्ते पे चला जाए. So my only request from your podcast is to tell all the parents who want to put their child into stock market is प्लीज उसको कम से कम 10वीं या तो 12वीं तो पूरी करने दो. इनफैक्ट ग्रेजुएशन पूरा करेगा तो बेस्ट ही है,
Hmm.
लेकिन उसके पहले अगर आप उसको स्टॉक मार्केट में धकलने का हिसाब करते हो, इट इज नॉट करेक्ट.
Hmm.
इट इज 100% नॉट करेक्ट. वो बंट आउट विल bring him diseases future में.
Right.
Okay, and this is one thing I would love to tell everyone. Okay, stock market is a beautiful game where people are able to make money. Only thing is trust yourself, work on the setup, whatever setup you want to work on, and important is risk management सीख लो,
Hmm.
पोजीशन साइज सीख लो. जल्दी पैसा बनाने के चक्कर में आपने गलत पोजीशन साइज ले ली है, उसके वजह से जिधर आप 5-5 हजार रुपया 10 बार कमाते हो और फिर एक ट्रेड में वो सब कुछ दे देते हो वापस. वो
Hmm.
नहीं होना चाहिए.
Hmm.
वो
Hmm.
नहीं होना चाहिए. And if you learn this game right, believe me, it is possible to convert your laptop to an ATM machine. Thank you, Hemangi, for giving me this
Thank you.
opportunity.
Thank you.
I hope your audience and the people who will listen to the podcast um, will learn something. And thank you once again for giving me this opportunity.
Thank you so much, sir. And any way by which our viewers who want to connect and learn from you can do so?
I'm not too much on the social media. Okay,
Yes.
my website is uh, www.indianturtlesonline.com, and lot of learning videos are also there on my YouTube channel in the name of Mayur Sampat.
Awesome. Okay, sir.
In
Thank you
fact,
so much for coming to this.
everything I have released,
Yes, yes, yes. Yes,
everything
please
is
continue.
there on the YouTube channel. Everything is there
Yeah,
on the
I
YouTube.
checked out your YouTube channel. It's very, very informative. I think viewers should definitely check the YouTube channel of sir because you will find यहाँ पे तो हमने सिर्फ एक बेस लेवल पे बातें की है लेकिन अगर you really want to learn in depth about his expertise and उनके जो भी concepts हैं उनके बारे में then definitely check out his YouTube channel. मैं नीचे description में I will attach the link as well.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much for watching this video.
Thank you.